Hi guys, welcome back to Football Talks podcast. So today is our episode number 9, and I'm receiving here Diego Silva, football player from Uruguay. And today we'll be talking about football, his experience from South America, Asia, and he has been here in Thailand for 6 7 years. And I think it will be an interesting one. Welcome, Diego. So the first question is about you, like your journey from Uruguay until you arrived here in Asia. So maybe you can talk a little bit about your journey from a young player to a professional player, and then nowadays. So welcome to Football Talks podcast.
Well, thank you, Yuri, for the invitation to your podcast. Yeah, I've been playing football all my life since child. You also play professional, and when you kid, you start to kick the ball, you start to love the game. And yeah, when I first we play in like amateur kids tournaments in the neighborhood. Then when 10, 12 years old, I start to play in Academy of River Plate in Uruguay, and from there, I stay like 10 years until become professional player. And from that on, I play in a lot of countries in Europe, in Africa, in South America, in Asia. Only I have left one continent to be record Guinness. I still I couldn't do it, but we'll see. We'll see. I still have few years more to try to reach this goal.
Yeah, we never know where football will bring us.
Yeah, you have to be open and let's see what can bring this beautiful sport.
Right. So talking about this, experience in many continents, many countries, uh, how do you do like to adapt yourself the fastest way? So is there anything that you do in particular?
No, I have something about me. I can adapt very easy to every place. I'm very calm person and open. So in all the places I've been, I adapt so fast. I make a lot of friendship, relationships, and it was never difficult for me to stay in one place. And all in general was everything good.
And in terms of football, like football style, is there a country or continent or region that's really shocked you towards very different from what you used to have in Uruguay?
What was the a difficult experience? Not in terms of financial, but in the sport was in Africa because the body complex and the strength of everyone quite strong and big, and all of them, even first, second division, everyone was so strong, very physical, very fast, also good technical. And yeah, this was my most difficult experience for me, and was difficult to adapt in the football terms, not in the lifestyle. So I
Yes.
think Africa is one of the most strong football leagues in the world, but the people cannot see this. They follow more Europe style or South America, and they not see the real strength of that football in Africa.
Right. Yeah. So I'm from Brazil, so we always have a hard time when we play African teams. Talking about the national team, so I think
Uh,
South Americas, we don't as well. So it's very tough. It's very physical game, and I think we
yeah.
rely more on the technique to play football. And when we face these African teams, we always have a hard time. And one thing that you said is true. Like people don't really give a lot of emphasis in the African leagues, right? African
Yeah.
teams. So there are a lot of talents. I'm sure that this what you said is, makes a lot of sense. So talking about more about your play style. So how do you find yourself as a player? How do you like to play? How is
No, my style difficult to talk about me, but we can say like smart play. I like I'm technique player. Okay, now I'm getting older, so I lost speed. But before I was fast player and I have easy goal score. Of course, after when I start to be over 30, I start to adapt my position to play more as number 10, as a midfielder. So I lost a bit of this goal scoring, but yeah, I can say maybe a little bit about this.
Yeah. I always ask this question because we have many young players watching us. Many young players will watch us. So this is important to talk about how during your career, how you adapt to the game, right? So maybe you can talk more about like how you were as a player when you started and how you are as a player right now, like adapting to your age, adapting to the country that you're playing. Maybe you can talk about it.
Yeah, first you need to know your body. You need to study what are your strengths and what your weakness. So from this, you are adapting in different positions, different kind of games, and you have to be consistent. You cannot expect everything in 1 2 days. Also, you need to learn from others so many things. But the most important is you need to learn how is your body. Say, don't lie to yourself. If you see you are getting older, don't try to do the same things like when you were 20, 22 years old. You need to
Right,
change your routines, your lifestyle to try to make how to say your career as long as possible.
right. So you mentioned about your strengths, knowing your strengths and your weaknesses. In your opinion, this I like to ask as well. In your opinion, it's better to work more, emphasize more on the strengths of the game, or try to get better in the weaknesses. What's your opinion on it? There's no right or wrong, just your opinion.
I think it's better you work on your strength because if you are good at something, you can be. If you work on this, you can be the best in this. If you put
Right,
aside your strength and you only work on your weakness, you will be like middle, like average player. So I think
right.
if you work a bit more on your strength, you can become more successful.
Right. And it's also a way to draw attention from scouts, yeah, from coaches. So if you have one, you don't know the other strike and you shoot them. So
Mhm.
it's a way to draw attention, right? To score.
Yeah. Of course, you don't need to not work in your weakness. You need to work too. Because, for example, if you kick, like you say, you are top scorer and you kick every goal with right, with your left. Because you will have so many situations with your left. But
Right,
if your strength is your right, maybe a bit more with your right to become better.
okay. So let's talk a bit about Thailand, Thai football.
Mhm.
So I think it's interesting to hear from you that you are here for 6 7 years. So you have been here
Mhm.
long enough to be able to talk about it. So what are the main differences that you can see now that like is getting better or worse than what you saw when you arrived?
It's difficult to say because some year you see Thailand is developing and then again down, the next year up and then down. Like it's not how to say. It's difficult to say. Every year have some teams who organize good and have good facilities and a lot of things, but then they have money problems and financial problems. So I think the structure is still not. That's why it's going up and down every time.
Right.
But in my
And
opinion, I
in your
think
opinion,
from that year when I started until now is a bit getting worse than before.
right, right,
Think a
yeah,
bit
yeah.
of this.
In your opinion, how would be a good structure, as you mentioned about structure, like as you played in many countries, like you have some examples in your mind, like that maybe one country did and then it was working. So what can you share with us?
No, I think first of all is all started from the academies, the infrastructure, the facilities, how they make the plans for the kids to make them be better. How to say? Yeah, I think all start from the academies. You see a lot of Premier League teams, they not have even academy. The training system, I think, need to improve a lot. Something I joke sometimes with some friends. Sometimes I go not to scouting, but I like to because I want to be coach. I still not have any license, but I want to study to be coach like you. Sometimes I go to see some academies and I see the warm up is 4 or 5 laps without ball. On today's, we have so many options, so many system to make the player be better with the ball, be more fun, and they still have this like old school. I think need to upgrade a bit about this. That's why they still not reach level up in Thailand.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. Like, I think should start with the grassroots, as they say there. Like the academies, like there is not one league that puts everyone in the same league. Then you can see like the level that you are, you know. Because as you mentioned, I'm a coach, and sometimes you go to tournaments. That's very hard, and we didn't know, because we had no idea who's playing, what team is playing, and sometimes in the same tournament there is that's very there is not a structure like first division, second division, third division, or maybe like only in Bangkok, something like this. I think this is a thing missing in Thailand that could help a lot, as you say, like in the long term, right? To have more like new players and always new ideas. Yeah.
Another thing I see the other day, I was watching some important academy here, and sometimes they looking for the result of the young kids, how they win, if they win, how much they win, but they not see how many players they can go to the first team, for example. They want the
Uh-huh.
fast results, like you say, but they're not looking in the long term. This is some of the
Yeah.
mistake I think they have. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's a bit delayed. That's why. But you mentioned that you want to be a coach. And my next question was something related to it, like about your future plans. Like how many years you still feel that you still can play, and what's the plan for after that?
I'm not sure. I will be 37 soon. I don't know. Now, the last few years, I start to do like year by year, depending how I feel and how my body feel. So I feel I have a lot of much more to give to football. So I think I will play a few years more. About after my professional career, like I told you, I would like to be coach or something involved in the football life. I'm not sure if I will be coach or agent or scouting or something like this. But let's see. Let's see what God bring to me.
Right, right. And what's your idea of football? Like, let's imagine here you become coach. So what do you imagine your team playing?
Difficult because I need to study a lot. But yeah, I like teams with good possession ball, but not just have the ball for habit. With purpose. Of course,
Right.
teams with intensity, always looking for score because the football is about scoring goals, not just to keep the ball. So you need to make your tactic, your idea to try to score goal and to win games because the football also is about win. So a bit about this.
Right, right, right. Okay, cool. So you'll be a good coach. Not a new good coach here in Bangkok that maybe can help the youth generation actually improve
I
football.
hope. Yeah, my idea is try to change a bit the mentality in Thailand. Try to help the Thai football to become better with my experience, my vision, and let's see if someday I can do it or not.
Right, right. So I'd like to ask you, what was your best moment in football so far? And also
My best
the worst moment.
well, my best moment first when I was in River Plate in Uruguay, the semifinal of Copa Sudamericana. we reached the semifinal. And yeah, these two games, I was crying every time before starting the match because it was a dream for me. Always watching the games in TV, and then you was there in the field, so it was like a precious moment. Also, when I was champion in Laos and here in Thailand, like very proud moments because you work all year for have this target. Then when you reach, you feel like completely happy. And about the wars, I have a lot because football is not only good moments, it's also bad experience. But yeah, in Europe, I was playing in Latvia. The country is very cold, snow like 8 9 months in the year, and my team didn't pay me salary like 7 months many times because the team also didn't pay the rental. When I back home from training, I have to stay outside in the snow 2 3 hours until some management from the team come to help. Yeah, other places I have also some financial problems, didn't pay, but you learn from all this bad experience. So in general, all was okay, and I'm happy with my career.
Right. Maybe you can talk a little bit more about how you overcame like this all these bad moments. As I said, we talk to many young players here, that are seeking to be professional. So they might think that football is everything glamorous, like everything's good. You have money, you have. They don't have idea. They have no idea that how hard it is. So if you can share something like to the youth generation, that how to overcome
No,
bad moments.
uh, like, like I say, in football, there are not only good moments, also bad. So when these bad situations come, you have to be focused and know what you want. Of course, you will feel sad, you will feel down, but then is when you need to calm your mental strength. You need to put the target you want, overcome these difficult situations, talk with people, talk with your family, talk with friends, because when you are in bad situation, you need someone to talk. Sometimes you cannot handle things alone. Don't keep in yourself all the problems because this will make worse. And then, of course, try to do everything to move on. Like we say, after the storm, the rainbow will come. So after good things will come for sure.
Is there anything that you regret doing or regret not doing when you were younger, like a younger player? So don't know. Maybe
No, I think.
you right now you think like, oh, maybe I should have trained more, or
Uh-huh.
focusing more on football, not on the other stuff. Like, is there anything that you regret?
No, of course, sometimes you feel like, oh, why I didn't do this or that, right? But I think I not regret anything because everything what I decide in that moment, I thought it was the best. Of course, after maybe not come the situation you wanted, but in the moment you thought this was the best. So I think I not regret anything.
Right. I was talking to. I don't remember which episode was it. I think it was the last one. Uh, the the guest, he said that like he gave three examples. One was like
Uh-huh.
doing more when he was young, and then the second one was like focusing more on football, studying more football. These I think that we don't want much. Like players study football, you know,
Mm.
watching football with another eyes. And then there's one, I
Yeah.
don't remember now, but the three things I was thinking about myself like I would like to make them, you know, because when I was a player, like I trained for 100%. But right now I think that football is very physical, it's much more physical. I could have done more, you know, like and things I always try to tell the players, the young players, to be an example, like I was professional, but I could have given more. You know? And who knows where I could have played, like, just had this change, of one habit, like maybe study more the game or study more my position, you know. So it was funny because the guy was saying two things and I was like, oh yes. Like I should have done this
Yeah,
three
it's
things.
true. It's true. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. But in the moment, you not realize. Also,
Yeah,
maybe one mistake many players do, they think football is everything. And many players after finish career and they don't know what to do. So one advice is try to study also. Try to learn different things aside of football. Or if you want to, you can study be coach or like I told you, scouting or whatever. Don't lose time because when you are young, you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of time. The football player just training 2-3 hours, rest because we think we feel tired, but it's not like this. I think don't lose time and level up yourself. Try to become better, not just good football player, also good person.
right, right, right. So still related with the studying, like let's talk about communication, like that we don't see much people talking about, like how important do you think is like communication in football, not on the pitch, not only on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. As you have played in many countries, how the communication was important as a player.
No, it's very important if you can learn different language because it's open more yourself and also you make new relations with people. If you only speak one language and you are in a foreign country, you will feel alone many times. It happened to me when I moved first time from Uruguay to Romania. In Europe, I didn't speak one word in English. Lucky I have also many South American players in my team, so that's why I adapt easy. But if you are not lucky like this, it would be difficult. You will miss your family, you will miss your friends. So it's very important the communication also for express yourself, how you feel, and yeah, you will feel much better, more open to people, and you will have good relations.
Yes, yes, correct. Because I see like many Brazilians, like when go abroad, like hanging out with other Brazilians, which is fine, of course. But about this, like the communication, like learning the language, and then it's very easy for us to get complacent and then like, oh, to learn football is so easy. But it's true what you said, like it helps a lot on the pitch and off the pitch to create these relations, like to make your life easier. Yeah, in the country that you are. Totally
Yeah,
agree
because
with you.
life is not only football. You can make friends from for do another business or for just meet and hang out, talk about different things. Sometimes it is good to switch off and change topic. I know we love the sport and we love football for hours, but sometimes it's good for have different relationships.
So as a young player, was there a specific position that you wanted to play, that you were dreaming about playing, or the position that you used to play was already this position? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I when I started to watch football, I always liked the number 10 player, and I wanted to be number 10 player. But yeah, when my
Were
debut,
you,
sorry,
were you playing as a 10? So when you were young?
no, in my academy, I always play like number 8 midfield, but not so attacking, like more back going back. And yeah, when I started to play professional football, I debuted like a left back because
Really?
the coach that time he saw I have the potential to run and back. I have so much energy, so he used me in that position. And then
Uh-huh.
the second coach who came, he said me, Diego, I see you have potential to play attacker, so we will use you as winger. And
Okay.
yeah, the first year as winger, I scored like 10, 12 goals. So from that time on, I started to play as forward. Yeah. And then, yeah, all my career almost play as number 9. Or if you play with two attackers, like one of the two attackers. And yeah, the last few years, I was playing more as I wanted to wish as number 10.
Now I ask this question because in the academy we see many times that the young players, like 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, sometimes they come with this idea that they already have their position. You know what I mean? Like they already are the striker, they will never change. They are the center back, they will never change. So that's why I asked, because we never know. We never know in 2 years how we're gonna be playing, right? And then sometimes the coach sees something, then that the player is not seeing, is not feeling at that moment, right? So as you said, like you were number 8, and then now you are playing number 10. You used to play striker, so it's important to adapt, right?
Yeah, sometimes you have to try, and when you are young, you can try different positions. It will grow up your game. If you can play in so many positions, you have more possibilities to play. If you play in only one position, if you are unlucky and in your position there is someone better than you will have less chance to play. So I have this how to say, this good on me that I can adapt very easy in every position. So always the coaches somehow they use me. I was lucky with this. If they not use me in my main position, they can use me in another. So that's good.
I think like trying different positions, playing different positions, I think gives you more understanding of the game, right?
Yeah.
You understand
Yeah.
you are playing as a 9, but you understand how hard it is to play as a midfielder, as a number 6, number 8, right? So I think it's more about understanding, and for kids, it's great for them to understand more and more about the game.
Yeah. Because when you are kid, of course, this all depends on the coaches. The coaches should rotate the players in different positions, and after 15, okay, they can keep one position or at least switch to 2, 3 positions, some variations, because it will help the player to, like you say, understand the game, understand the tactics, and you will have more vision of the game. You will see more spaces. It will help you to become better player.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are coming towards the end of the episode. So episode number 9 of Football Podcast. So today, a great honor to have you here, Diego Silva, Uruguayan player. So another South American player coming to talk to us. So the last thing that I wanted to ask you is like, is there a phrase that you could share with the young players that can help them in their journey as a football player?
What I would like to say is work hard and be consistent, because I know so many players in the young age that they have better quality than me, than many others, but they didn't reach the higher level because they didn't work hard. They didn't have this consistency of every day, 1% focus on the long term. Don't wait the results in 1, 2 days and nothing. Work hard, your dreams can come true. Everything is possible.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. Like I had so many friends in Brazil that were much better than me as a player.
Yeah.
Now I look back at like none of them became professional. So I was
Yeah.
never the best player of the team. But as you said, like if you work hard, like you are consistent, so things can happen. Things can happen. Yeah. I just add
Okay.
believe that can come true, right? As it
Yeah,
came to
sure.
us. So it's great. It's great to live out of football. So it's a great achievement. As for all South Americans, like when we are kids, like we really dream about it, and it's great when we achieve. So yeah. So Diego, thank you so much for this podcast. So was our episode number 9. So it was a great difference to talk to you, a player that's still playing. Like so you gave us different ideas, perspective, as you played in many countries, many teams here in Thailand. So it was a great conversation. So, anything
No,
else
thank
that you
you.
want to say before we leave?
No, thank you for the invitation. It's always good to talk with mates, to people who like football and who like to talk about life experience. So nothing. I wish you the best in your academy in this new way of podcast. And nothing, we will meet up somewhere for sure.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming, and we'll train together soon,
For
right?
sure.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks so much for you that you are watching this episode number 9. So make sure, if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and I'll see you in the next episode. See you. Cheers.